Hello and welcome to the House of Azazel Tarot. Today I'm doing a reading that is inspired by Chestnut Tarot's reading on a similar topic, which is describing you through an RPG character. I'm going to create like an RPG character using cards with you and describe you through that um, medium, yeah. So we have three piles to choose from. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm going to get into exactly. Definitely, it's going to be more Dungeons and Dragons style. That's more of the RPG like style I know pretty much. And there's other stuff that I kind of offhand know or whatever. Don't worry about my hands; they're just a lot. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the reading. Feel free to choose one of your piles now if you resonate with one of these crystals. You can say hi to this is, you know what, let's call them Azazel. Let's say Azazel's with us right here. I have some other little toys that I call Azazel. Anyway, um, so let's check out the piles we have here. We have three piles today to help describe you as an RPG character. So we have the first pile with a black obsidian crystal. We have pile 2 with a desert rose quartz crystal. And we have pile 3 with a Mukite crystal. So if one of those resonates with you, one of the numbers, anything, then just go ahead, pick your pile, and we'll get right into the readings to describe your RPG character. Hello, pile 1. This is your reading describing your RPG character. The cards that came through for your reading are the Five of Wands, the Chariot with Andros, which says Sower of Discord, Slayer of Men. That's fun. We have the Armadillo Spirit, Set Healthy Boundaries, it says. We have the Six of Pentacles here over on the right. We have Gevarok, the left hand, with Judgment. That's from the Tree of Life. And we have the King of Pentacles here as well. So, first off, describing your RPG character, there's some interesting wealth here. This is definitely a higher wealth character, someone that comes from a sort of more noble background, something like that. But it's also someone who might be a bit of a like inciter, a bit of a wreaker of havoc. You know what I mean? A sower of discord, a slayer of men. Like you might as an RPG character be someone who comes from like a very royal background, but also just really desires like kind of the dirtier, more warlike aspects of things. Being very honest, you might be more on the chaotic evil side, or even the lawful evil side. I'd say the lawful evil side here. And that's not saying you're evil, although there's nothing wrong with being evil. Be evil. No, I'm kidding. Don't technically be evil, but if you're a little saucy, a little snazzy, ooh, we could add a little discord here. Yeah, let's do it. Like there's nothing wrong with that as long as we're doing it while setting healthy boundaries. You know what I mean? Like the fact that setting healthy boundaries here does mean that, maybe you're not, lawful evil. You could be like lawful neutral and just a bit of like someone that's gonna kind of, come in and go, well, it's not against the rules for me to be, kind of mean and harsh and harmful here, because those are the rules here. I follow those rules. Those are the boundaries that are set in this place. With Armadillo Spirit, you may have, and especially with Armadillo Spirit and a lot of the Earth energy over here, you may have a bit of a kind of tanky vibe, a bit of just a strong outer shell. You may be someone with as an RPG character, you may be someone who's like heavily armored, someone who like goes into like think of like an RPG setting, and think of like kind of like knights and stuff like that, and and courts and stuff like that. And think of that like area where in Avatar, where where Toph was like fighting all the the earthbender thing, that earthbender like fighting ring and stuff like that. It would be like that. It would be like you would be someone, if you were an earthbender as an RPG character, you would be someone that would be going there to fight. This is, to be honest, a bit of a Toph energy. This gives off Toph. This gives off Toph 100%. Like this is someone who's Six of Pentacles handing out these ass whoopings to whoever's ready. Oh, you wanted some? Here you go. You can have some too. There you go. everybody gets an ass whipping. You can all come through and catch these hands. So you're a fighter for sure. You're someone who's Dungeons and Dragons like RPG style. You might be like fighter, ranger, paladin. This is like kind of just tanky barbarian. Barbarian could be here. You could be a royal barbarian type. You know what I mean? But that's just a very interesting character, right? Someone who's like who's like, I'm royalty, but it's like, whatever. That's just the thing. I'm really about these fights, though. I'm really about these throwing these hands. That's really what's up. I'm really about laying that judgment down. The left hand, you might have a good like what's that thing in boxing where it's like when you're really good with your left hand. I forgot what it's called, like hook hand or left paw or something like that. Soft paw, something, I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of boxing. But yeah, this could be your RPG character style. You could definitely have like a familiar of some type, like a something you ride on, like, and it could be an armadillo. You know what I mean? It could be like, imagine yourself, fully like dressed up in huge armor and stuff like that. You got like a big spear sword weapon, and you're riding in on a giant armadillo. This is honestly super cool, and I would love to play that character. So you're a very cool character. And what this really says about you is, who cares? Who really cares what it says about you? What's more fun is that this is this is a cool RPG character, and it does describe you. And I don't think you really need a life lesson right now. I don't I'm gonna skip out on the life lessons for this one. I know everybody comes into tarot readings really like, but what's the life lesson? Who cares? Like, who cares what the life lesson is? Instead, just see how cool you are. Look at how awesome you are. Look at how much you have to give, even in the forms of like, an ass whooping when it needs to come down. You know what I mean? Even in the forms of like a, I'm a tell them how it is. I'm a show them what's up. I'm a give them what they need to get. Like, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna do all that. So this is a really cool RPG character for one. This is just really, really awesome. um, I don't even know what other information to really go off about, but I'm gonna sit here for a while and we can just have fun looking at the cards and thinking about how cool this is. Let's see, we got like, let's go numbers. We got 5, we got 3, 6, 5, 3, 6, 365. That you're handing out ass whoopings all year. You know what I mean? You're on it 100%. You're this is probably your easiest energy to be in. This energy of, first off, it's I'm not gonna say it's like, judgmental. It is judgmental. There's like judging in there, but it's a very fast judgment. It's a very like, oh, I see what needs to be done here. Let's get started. Let's do it. Like, you're gonna get right to it, and you're gonna lay it down heavy for whoever needs to catch them hands, for whoever needs to, be that man that gets slayed. You know what I mean? You're taking no prisoners. You're definitely someone that's like, as an RPG character, you're definitely someone that's like it's just who's next. You're not wasting time trying to talk it out. You're not wasting time trying to figure out like an an easier way or a way where violence or harshness could be avoided. That's not the point. The point isn't to avoid those things. The point is to lay that smack down. That's the point. And that's you, pile one. That my readings are short, by the way. This is a very short reading. I hope you got something out of it. If anything, just how cool this is. How cool is that? I haven't done a pick a card in a while. Anyway, I'm just talking too much. All right, pile one. We'll end it here. You know why? Because I said so. And I know you'll vibe with that. Because you're cool. You're cool, pile one. Not like those other piles, but don't tell them I said there, pile two. Here is your reading describing you as an RPG character. So the cards we have are the Moon here on the left. We have the Six of Wands with Mimir, which says, teaches philosophy perfectly, brings souls back from the dead to answer questions. You have Koi-fish Spirit, which says there's always enough. We have the Page of Wands here on the right. We have the Strength card, and down here we have Chesed with the right hand, Empathy. Now, this is very interesting because physically this character might look a lot like pile one. Pile one had a very physical character, a very like heavy, like you know, earthbender style, fighter style, beater style, like, you know, just a really big chonky boy that would, you know, is down to hurt people. But this is different because you just have that look. I would say D&D style, this is 100% a paladin. And it's one of the like lawful good paladins. One of the ones that's like, I don't want to fight. I just want to worship and teach everyone what's good. Like, this is the vibe here. This is, you know, it's like with teaches philosophy perfectly, brings souls back from the dead to answer questions and stuff. I don't know. This is like someone who rides in looking hellish and scary just to hand out pamphlets. Just to, you know, have you heard the good news? Like, like, and they're like, you know, like they think you're gonna step on them though or something. You know, you might have an intimidating just presence. You might have a very intimidating presence, and even more than that, you might have an intimidating voice. You might say things that are very sharp. You might say things that really cut to the core of everything and just get everything out of the way. You know what I mean? And you might have a huge sense of righteousness, especially just as an RPG character. There just might be a huge sense of righteousness here that doesn't even come off as, oh, I have to, you know, punish these people that don't get it, or I have to, you know, it's more of like a soft approach from someone that looks so much harder than that. You know, it looks like they're going to crush you with one hand, but instead it's more like that hand reaches out and just, you know, touches them on the shoulder and is like, it's okay, you're beautiful. Like, you know, like, it's okay, everything's good, you know? Yeah. You have strength here, and this is, you know, like, look at how warrior this character is, you know? This looks like a more traditional Six of Wands, too, interestingly, just with the stuff all behind him and stuff like that. And, you know, this one over here has a lot of, like, because it feels like physically you look kind of this way, but energetically you're more over here, where it's like there's actually this huge mix of things going on in the middle of you that can't be seen from the outside. And it's all stuff that actually brings out, like, you know, peace and love for people and stuff like that. It's you know, the most unexpected hippie of all time. Yeah, with the Page of Wands here, it's almost like, because this gives off not even like leader energy. This gives off like, you know, you may not come off as a leader, or what I'll say is physically you may look like a leader, but in actuality you may take yourself as more of like, just one of the gang, just one of the group. You know, I'm just making my way just like everyone else, you know. And with the Page of Wands, it's like, yeah, I'm just learning, just learning, just making my way like everyone else, taking it slow, just getting used to this stuff. And but you have this inner knowing or something with the moon, with the philosophy, with the, you have this like inner knowing and this inner like trust of just what you're about. You have this inner trust of that being very, very good for you, being very right, that translates over to your words, that translates over to just your entire presence, and it's probably just very, very interesting when people, see you and expect one thing and then get like the complete opposite thing from that, and they're a bit confused because they're just like, what just happened? Like, what was that? Like, who was this person? So you're giving off that kind of like, wow, I didn't expect this person to be that way, and they were that way, and I don't even know what to, you're confusing people in a very good way. And it's in an empathetic way. It's in a way that's actually like you're empathetic yourself, and then you're trying to share that empathy with the world. You're trying to, tell everyone that they can be, just as good within themselves, just as understanding of others and everything that happens in life and all that stuff, and that it's easy to do, and that it can be fun and cute and playful, even when look like you're about to go right on into war right after this or something. It looks like you got a war to get to. But this is the war. You were already doing the war. The war was coming in and being like, hey, everything's nice and good, you guys. Don't take it so seriously. You're the paladin of chill or something like that. You're the unexpected chill one, because it looks like you're coming to win and destroy and destruct or something like that, but it's just the thing people see at first glance, until they actually get to experience you fully. And once that full experience comes in, it's like oh, I thought this was someone that was going to be intimidating and scary and ruthless, and it turns out they were like chill and cool and fun and nice. I liked them. And then it's like, well, gotta go after that. I'm off to do this in another town. So yeah. Yeah, RPG, yeah, this is looking very lawful good. This is looking very yeah, paladin style. This is I for the last group, they were like an earthbender. Because it gave off Toph energy pretty heavily, so group one had like an earthbender style, and if this had like a bending style, if I had to say, I'd say this would be like, I don't even know, like the softest firebender. This would be like this would be like someone who somehow knows like how to do water bending style things with fire bending. And I don't even know how that would work, but you do it. Pile two. You give off firebender, you give off destructive ability, but somehow you use it waterbending style, and it's more healing, and it's more beautiful to experience. It's like burning people fully, but it doesn't even burn them. That's like violet flame style. So think like Zadkiel, the angel, and yeah, Saint Germain. Those energies where it's like this is gonna hurt to hear, but it's only gonna hurt to hear because you expected something different. And I'm not even saying anything hurtful. I'm actually saying something very helpful that's going to chill you out. That's going to bring you down. That's going to bring you down in a good way. Bring you down from the higher energy you were in, that was a little chaotic and harsh, and just turn that fire down a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's you know, yeah, you can burn a whole forest down with your fire, but instead you just, cook people a nice little meal, turn the little fire on under the under the pot. Get a little soup going, get a little stew going. All right. So that is the you described as an RPG character, Pile 2. This is what it looks like. This is a really cool one. This would be one that would be super fun to play in D&D if you want, if you're a D&D'er, yeah, go for it. Try and make this character or something, if it does feel like you, if it does resonate with you. um I didn't say this in the last group, but like, share, comment, subscribe, all those words, all those things. I don't do a lot of these readings because I'm ADHD, and like, I don't wanna, almost inherently. Does that make sense? Anyway, um yeah, so have fun with that, pile two. Good reading, and I'll see you later. Hello, pile three. This is your reading describing you as an RPG character. The cards we have that came through are the Six of Cups over here on the left. We have the Three of Cups here on top with Gosyan, which says reconciles friends, tells of the past, present, and future, gives dignities and honors. We have the Seahorse Spirit, which says watch and wait. We have Yesod here with the root connection. We have the Strength reversed card here, and we have the Four of Swords reversed here. So first off, this is giving me like Bard energy for some reason, and I'm trying to explain exactly why it gives me Bard energy, but it does. It's more like being like the person that keeps everyone together. You're like the glue, because if you think like Dungeons and Dragons, and you think how every group is a party, right? They're like a group of people, and the bard is usually that one that's like, it's great, we're all friends, right? Well, I'll play us all a song and it'll inspire us, like. And that's what this actually feels like. This feels like you're someone who, first off, feels like everyone's friend, and feels like someone who can even translate other people who don't get along as good, who don't vibe as well. If you're there in the middle to translate, it's suddenly like, oh, okay, I get them from there. It's a good thing we had you there, and as an RPG character, this does come off then bardic. This comes off like someone who's there to inspire, someone who's there to just keep things flowing really well, and to kind of stop any issues that kind of pop up, like, especially like arbitrary things, things where it's like misunderstandings and stuff like that, really stupid stuff, like if there's a stupid problem in a friend group, you might be the first person that's like, this problem is stupid, you see why that's stupid, right? And you see why that's stupid, now stop being stupid, like, and then they're all like, huh. This also gives like a little bit of like mom energy, or just the parent in the group energy, which is so funny because it's getting so far away from like an RPG character style. But when you think bard, it's such an RPG character style, being like the mom of the group, like. um this Let's move into more cards, really, with strength reversed, with the Four of Swords reversed. I'm kind of getting this like, you die people down. You take people's tens to a two really, really easily, and really, not necessarily in a soft way, but just efficiently. You are good at basically already knowing what everyone in the group really needs, what everyone in the group maybe is even really thinking. You know, you're the one taking notes for sure. And even if they're just mental notes, you're like, I know they're into this, and I know they're into that, and I know, oh yeah, if those two, have this problem, I know exactly what the problem is. Like, I can just, nip that in the bud immediately, because they shouldn't even be having that problem. Like you're the one that really can, like, keep a group together, keep things going with people, keep a party going, even, you know what I mean? That's why this is so bardic. You can keep a party going, like. And if things start getting out of hand, you can take things down. You can like, no, no, this is everyone shut up. Like everyone stop. Like stop doing that because you know this and you know that and that's why you shouldn't do that. Like, like you give that energy. And with this like, seahorse spirit to watch and wait, you are observing. You're observant. You're observing all of your friends, everyone in the group, everyone in your family, maybe. You know what I mean? You know what's up with them, even if they don't directly tell you or something like that, because you can kind of sense their feelings. In a big way, you're very empathic. Like the last group two, had as their like Angelarium card, they had the right hand, which was empathy, but their empathy didn't feel like inherent. It felt more like learned. It felt more like chosen, you know? Like as if they had like, learned what it had been like not to be empathetic before. And then they were like, no, no, it seems like empathy is better. Whereas you, it's more like a complete natural thing. It's just like well, I know how everyone feels. I know how I just inherently know how everyone feels. I couldn't turn that off if I wanted to, And it's funny because you don't even make the same decision. Whereas group two kind of decided to like, oh, I see empathy as better, and so I'm going to be empathetic and nice and sweet always. With you, it's more like well, I have this empathy. It's huge. It's there. It's always doing what it's doing. And you know what? Sometimes I'll be nice with it, and sometimes I won't be. Try me. Like we'll just see what happens. I can use it however I want. You have more. You have more freedom with it. You have more ability with it. Where well, yeah, with this an RPG style, that's coming off Bardic. It's definitely coming off. I'm gonna say chaotic neutral. It's coming off a bit chaotic neutral because I actually feel like your main goal, more than anything, is the the connection and the party and keeping things going. Uh, um, you could be someone who's just less involved when there are people not around to be empathetic for. Like even though the empathy you have may be something that you can't turn off, it's also something that like if you did have the decision to turn it off, you turn it off when there was nothing to be empathetic about. You know what I mean? You may really dislike being in a room alone and empathizing with yourself all day. Like that might suck. It might actually be way better if you have a bunch of people to care for, a bunch of people to worry about and to provide for and to keep things going. And that may actually help you become a more singular person as yourself. Like you could really find yourself in a group, as where some people kind of get lost in a group or something like that. You would never get lost in the group. You are very yourself in the group. You are more yourself in the group. You might get more lost when there's no one around to be in a group, when you're just alone and there's nothing going on. You might just be like, oh, well, what am I even doing? What's going on? And so you kind of have this vibe of like, okay, well, let's get everybody together. Let's, see what's up or whatever. Oh, they were having a problem with each other. Hey, let me text them real quick. Y'all shut up. We're going out. Like, like you're the one who keeps things flowing in a group and stuff. You know what I mean? You heal all the little bits and you fix all the little issues and you notice them very quickly. You're just naturally good with that type of empathy. Did I spit on the card? Wow. Wow. Anyway. um yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. I also do want to give you this is water bending energy. So for the last two groups I did also, for some reason, Avatar was coming through and the bending styles and stuff. This is 100% water bending energy. Um, and your water bending energy is, both healing and I feel like you also have that scroll where it's like, just pick up a whip and slap them in the face. You water whip people. You're a water whipper. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you as your RPG character, pile three. This is a very cool, this is the one everyone would want to hang out with because, I don't know, you're the cool friend. To be honest, you're the cool one that's always got it. That's always like, and people might expect a lot out of you. To be honest, people might expect a whole lot out of you because they always think you got it and they all might have like all these issues and it's like you always know what to do though, you know? And it's just like a yeah, it's always great in a group setting, you know, but maybe when you're alone it's a little less cool, you know, like it's a little less fun. It's a little more like a this is just driving me insane, you know, but aside from that, so long as you know, do kind of prioritize connection, do kind of prioritize like friendliness and just being yourself in or out of a social situation, then you're good. Um, this is your, RPG character, and that's what came through for you, pile three. Thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. Um, tell me your favorite end of sentence. Just tell me your favorite. What's your favorite? Anyway, that's the reading, and goodbye.